Uh, uh. Good morning.
Hello and welcome to another morning and another week of the Morning Deuce, brought to you by hashtagtrending.com. I'm Davis Bindle. How is everybody doing? Happy Monday and a wonderful, warm welcome to the start of your week. I hope everyone had an awesome weekend. I certainly did. I actually had a really great weekend camping, and I did something I've never done before, which is I ate moose for the first time. Which I actually really like moose. I never really thought I was going to eat it, but one of the guys I went camping with, Dylan, his family's from Alaska. His dad went hunting and killed the moose himself, and his mom brought back moose hot dogs and burgers, which we then took on the camping trip, and it was actually really delicious. And there was something kind of cool to the whole idea that Dylan's dad had, killed the moose from the very beginning, because that was kind of made it was interesting to feel like you're part of that whole process. It tasted good. It tasted a lot like hamburger, a little different, but a lot like hamburger. The moose hot dog was very juicy and delicious. So we went from meatless week to eating a moose not that long after it. But yeah, that was awesome. And it was so great to get out in nature. It was everything I hoped for. It was the reset button I really wanted. We did two really incredible hikes. One was to this place called Suicide Rock, where it gets that name because there was a Native American Romeo and Juliet story there. There was a Native American girl and boy who, for some reason, one of their parents wouldn't let them be together, and they couldn't handle it, and they ran to the top of this very, very large cliff, and they had their Romeo and Juliet moment and jumped off the side of the cliff, which is crazy to me because you think at that point in time, from everything I understand studying, indigenous American cultures, religion and that sort of idea of reincarnation or afterlife is so intense that to those guys, it seems to me like everything is so intertwined that ending their current life is not that big a deal because they're so certain they'd be with each other in the afterlife. Where I don't think, as science has developed, I'm not sure everyone else has the same confidence to jump off the ledge nowadays that they might have had in the Romeo and Juliet moment of, 700 years ago. But that's the story. The overlook was amazing. The ambiance was really incredible. And then on Sunday, we did another hike where I had another thing that I had never had happen to me before. We were up about 8,000 feet, and I was in shorts and a T-shirt, and there was legitimate packs of snow around me. So I was feeling packs of snow in thousands of feet up, but I was in shorts and a T-shirt in late April in Southern California. So that was pretty cool. I totally got to hit the reset button, and I know because when I was driving out there, I was really chatty and catching up with my friends, and I wasn't really paying attention that much to all the scenery that was around me and everything, and I was really high energy. And by the end of the couple days of hiking and, sore legs and sleeping in a tent and all that wonderful not having my phone on, everything like that, the drive home, I was definitely a lot quieter, but everything was slower. I was paying attention to everything that was around me, all the beautiful nature that we were driving through, and I could just tell that I had reset my whole energy level and I was ready to get back into the week and start a really great week. And then I had the Sunday night that I was hoping for, gathered around with a couple friends, watched Game of Thrones. Wasn't the best episode I've ever seen, but it set the table really well, a lot of potential. Got to spend some time with my friends, so I'm excited. I'm excited to go after this Monday. It's very important to hit the reset button. Tried some moose, touched some snow with some shorts on, had a good time. Wiping it clean today, I have a little story, and it ties back in. So in April 25th, in 1901, New York State became the first state to charge a fee, a registration fee requiring a license plate for automobiles. And that is really interesting because I have very poorly managed my time and was super irresponsible. And now my registration has been lapsed for like 2 or 3 months in my car. And I've been driving around for probably 2.5 months without a valid registration in my car. So thug life, I'm a gangster. Tell your hot friends I'm a badass because I'm driving an illegal whip up and down the roads of suburban Southern California. Woot woot. And it's actually sitting in the back of my head because I owe a lot of money on it because I also have unpaid tickets. And I just have let everything kind of snowball where it's a large sum of money. And now I have to call people to try to talk down the amount of money in those tickets, which is way more than it should be because I didn't pay them the first time, to see if I can get any leniency. And it's been hanging in my subconscious so intensely that when I went on this camping trip and I finally got to tap out of all the distractions, your subconscious has a way of coming forward. And I was sleeping in the camping tent, and I was sleeping with a beanie on, which never happens. And somehow my beanie, I think, got stuck when I was sleeping. And I was in the middle of this really intense dream, and I woke up essentially in a nightmare that someone was holding my head down and threatening me, demanding me to give them like hundreds and hundreds of dollars that I owed them. And I woke up and I was like freaking out about it until I realized that my beanie was just stuck in the sleeping bag in the side of the tent and that none of that was happening. My dream was ultra vivid, and it made me realize that in the back of my conscience, no matter how relaxed I was and how tapped out I was, I couldn't help but think that this lack of, I hadn't taken care of this and it was hanging over my head. So, putting something off, that irresponsibility, it catches up to us and it weighs on us even in our subconscious, even when we're not thinking about it every day. Whereas if you can just get it done, get it out of the way, you feel like a better person. And I'm almost lecturing myself, like what an idiot to just not pay all those tickets and take care of it in time. And then didn't know my registration lapsed, and by the time I did, I was way behind and I haven't done enough about it. So to wipe it clean, I'm going to encourage everyone. I'm going to get on the phone today and deal with this problem so that it's not sitting in my subconscious anymore. So I don't owe. I have 6 parking. I'm going to admit it. I have 6 parking tickets that I didn't pay, which is just really bad. Partly because I totally changed my address, so I forgot about half of them because they weren't mailing them to me, which is probably not a good reason. At this point in the game, I should probably just know and pay them when I get them. But here we are, thug life, gangster, rolling deep, riding dirty, without a registered car because I did not plan my time at all. And now it's weighing on my subconscious, and I think I'm getting attacked and threatened for money in the middle of the night when I'm sleeping in a tent. So whatever's hanging on your conscience that you have to do, just get it done. I'm not talking about the things you can't do, but that thing that's sitting in the back of your head that you think of every day and you just don't put it as a priority and it weighs on you. Let's get it done. Let's get it done. For me, it's that car registration. Let's stop being a gangster. Let's be legit. Let's go legit. I'm going to go legit. I'm encouraging you guys to do the same. Think of whatever it is that's weighing on your head you've been saying you were going to do, and you haven't been doing it, and it's just eating up in the back of your brain, and get it out. Just get it out, get it done with, and you're going to feel great. I'm going to feel great. You're going to feel great. We'll meet back here. We'll talk about it, and we'll say, oh, we're so great. We're so great that I don't have nightmares anymore in the middle of the woods about the fact that I'm an irresponsible person. And that is what we're going to do. This is Monday. We've reset. We're going to crush it, and we're going to get that thing that's weighing on our conscience out of there. Reach me at dspinwin or at hashtagtrenders on Twitter. Write to me if you have any topics or questions. And here we start week 2. Feeling good.